better was his head coach just walking out that door,
Bill
butt
Belichick.
balls naked. Belichick, yeah.
Bill Belichick walked out of somewhere naked.
He was in his boxers. You never saw that video?
Oh, you know what?
That was that lady's house, the one he's dating right now.
Yeah, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of Haunted. We are here. You
Yeah.
got me, you got Devin. We're just talking about Bill Belichick. We're just talking about Patriots and the action they get on and off the field.
Yes.
Um,
Or if in the grave.
oh God, who's in the grave getting action? That's
Aaron?
why. See, why'd you have to? We were having fun talking about
I,
people
well, I kind of wanted to end the conversation
like
with.
good people, not maybe not the best people, like way better in like comparison to like who you
Everyone
just
looks good when
mentioned.
you compare him to
Yeah, exactly.
Aaron Hernandez. Well,
Um,
not everyone, but a lot
but
of people.
yeah, no. So, but we are here. We are back. A day late, but it's cool. We
Dollars short.
see. I don't. What does that even mean?
It just means like you're down on your shit, like you suck.
Like you're a
Not like
day late and $1 short.
yeah.
So a day's only worth $1.
No, it's like you're $1 short on like something.
Uh, I've never been $1 short of something.
No, usually I'm like a lot of dollars short.
Well, you know, it's yeah, like I'm
Things.
buying it, or like I'm financially stable enough to buy it, or it's like
Or
if I need one more dollar, with out of all the money I have to buy
yeah,
it.
I can scrounge up one more dollar, but that also means you're not financially stable enough to afford that item.
So I'd rather be a day short, a day late, than a
Then $1
dollar
short.
short. Yeah,
Dollar short does suck. A
yeah.
day late, yeah, that's not much of a problem.
I think we got it. We got it down. We're a day late's fine because we're here. But we,
Shoot dollar.
the first thing I guess I want to talk about is, I mean, something that I kind of like saw. I'm not even saw, but I just thought of like a day or two ago, and I was like, "Whoa, we got football this week. This Thursday, we got football. Hall of
Preseason
Fame,
football?
the Hall of Fame game.
Ah, the Hall of Fame game. Does that count as preseason?
I mean, it's the first official preseason game. It's like an extra preseason game. It's the Texans
Okay.
and the Bears.
Bears, yeah. Now, is it a week before
Yeah,
preseason starts? Or two?
like they're not yet, so they're not going to play this weekend. So, but I believe
Yeah.
they're starting next. The next Thursday is when games start.
Okay.
Um, but yeah,
Caleb Williams will not play.
so that's something I saw. I saw that Caleb Williams won't play, which was, I mean, I don't know. I feel like you okay because it's a coach. It was a coach decision. Apparently, they say it was a coach
But
decision.
I feel like when I heard about the Hall of Fame game weeks ago when they released who was playing, and on their poster it was like Rome Odunze and whoever their running back is, and not Caleb.
Mm.
So I mean, I kind of expected him not to play. I don't really give a shit what he does.
Well,
I mean, is this game treated like a regular preseason game, or is it
yeah,
less than that?
it's a preseason. It's just a regular preseason game, but it's also
Okay.
like supposed to be your franchise guy, and I mean, you don't even want him to get a drive. You don't want to get him
Yeah,
any
that's true.
any type of snaps, any type of reps. I mean, you I guess at some point when you have your guy, you're not throwing him out there in a preseason game, anyways. But
Yeah.
he's still a rookie. He's still, which is kind of what I wanted to talk about, which was somebody, a reporter asked him, like, what was his biggest weakness or like the one thing he wants to improve. It was either his biggest weakness or the one thing he'd like to improve, like being a month out from the season or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he said something along the lines of he I'm not gonna say yapped, but he said a lot, and it was basically to paraphrase. He said he needs to get better at uh well
The mental side.
going through his progressions,
Yeah.
calling the right audible, picking up
Sure.
on blitzes, things like that. Which at first, like, I paid no mind to it. Like, I figured, like, okay, young quarterback, he's not used to the speed of of the NFL and whatnot. But
Sure.
then there were some people who were kind of, I don't know, maybe talking as if like he should, like like they expected him to have this type of mental, uh I don't even know what you call it. Just you like they I guess they thought he'd have this part of his game down pat by now.
Well, I don't. I mean, yeah. Ideally you would want his mental game good by now, but if we look at his college career, um, he's an incredible talent,
Mm-hmm.
but he's shown lapses in judgment and stuff, and he also played on one of the more explosive offenses in college football, and
Yeah.
on a team with a terrible defense. So he was in a lot of high scoring situations.
Oh yeah, and just a conference with terrible defense. Period.
Exactly, and I mean, 2 years ago when they lost, got upset by Utah when he wrote "fuck Utah" on his fingernails or some shit.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Ideally, he's mentally there, but I mean, I guess that he's just saying things that a lot of quarterbacks need to work on. But
Yeah, but I mean, it just I don't know. It just I feel like if anything, the same way I feel like he's kind of getting protected by not playing in this game, he probably should have protected himself by not basically telling defensive coordinators, "I'm not ready yet."
yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know how long they're going. I know they're going to want to protect him
Hmm.
from turning into like a someone that someone else would call a bust. So I don't know how long they're going to protect. They can't protect him for that long. The season's going to start soon, but
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, but
hopefully they don't.
this is like somebody that if they threw in the fire right now, they're gonna watch every single breath he takes.
Of
And if
course,
he makes one wrong move, it's
of
gonna
course,
be blasted everywhere. He's already gonna be considered a bust. He's gonna be this and that, and it's gonna be blown way
yeah,
out of proportion. Um,
but yeah. I mean, he just sounds like like in baseball terms, like a minor league player who has all the skill to be an NFL player, but just misses that experience, and he will. But
but I mean, but then at the same time, I mean, if that's how if that's how I felt, if I feel like, all right, you know what, the one thing I need to work on is I need to work on going through my progressions. I need to work on I need to work on picking up on blitzes, maybe making the right adjustments at the line. Maybe I should play a live game versus another team.
yeah, I mean, he'll get
And
his opportunities, and
but when's his opportunities? I mean, week one is that is he?
I mean, I hope he plays a preseason game, at least a half. Um, but I don't know. Like again, we're nitpicking, but it just sounds like an answer that a lot of quarterbacks could give. Like picking up on the things that are
I mean, I don't know.
a little harder to recognize.
I guess it's nitpicking, but at the same time, I just feel like the more because I didn't look at like the way people were talking about it, like it didn't seem like people just hating, like oh, just like just shitting on Caleb Williams. It was more like
Concern.
like oh, like why is
Yeah,
the Bears franchise quarterback like sitting here going, honestly mentally, I have not figured this shit out yet. Like I'm not all
yeah,
the way there yet. I'll get there
and
though. Uh,
I mean, there's something to be said for like. I guess it's better than him having an irrational confidence for like and just being like, no, I'm good to play and all this shit, and still realizing that he sucks at some things. But um,
eh,
I don't know.
I mean, I guess it can get better in a month.
It
Like it
it
can
can,
get
but
better, but I mean,
yeah, it's definitely concerning.
from what he's done from now, or from when he's gotten drafted, from the last snap he took at USC to now, what? How much have you progressed in that space from then to now?
Yeah,
if it's not much, what's it going to be from now? A month from now.
Sure.
I don't
Yeah.
know. That's just people had things to say about it, and I didn't think it was just hate. So I figured, maybe it is something to be concerned about, but maybe it's not. Maybe the Bears just suck anyways, and it's just the Bears, and that's just what the Bears are, and that's just who they are.
The Bears are shit. But I mean, they honestly did a decent job drafting and acquiring people.
Free
But
agency and stuff, yeah.
like, this is when we're gonna find out whether or not it was like the equipment or their organization, just in general. Like, did your guys suck, or I mean, their organization has sucked since '85. So they've had a few good seasons and with Cutler and all that shit, but yeah, it's just trash.
So let me ask you a question. You are a Washington Commander fan, correct?
Am I talking shit about the Bears?
No,
Whoops.
I'm changing subjects. I'm changing subjects.
No, I just caught a full whiff of like I'm on that same page.
No, I feel you. I completely.
Fuck.
I understand the correlation there was kind of messed up, but like you are a fan of Washington though, the Washington Commanders,
Right. Sadly.
right?
Yeah. Correct.
Like, how would you define like your experience as a Commanders fan?
Serious question? Are you being serious?
Yeah, trust me, we're getting somewhere.
It's heartbreaking. I mean, at a certain point, like really honestly, like it's kind of numbing. Like it doesn't bother me. Like I've seen losing football for a long time. I've seen worse things happen to our organization, like losing a first round pick to injury. But yeah, no, it's horrendous. Like to the point where I don't really watch games.
So how do you feel about Davantae Adams?
Like joining a Commanders team.
No, I actually the complete opposite.
Fuck.
So I saw a post, and at first it was a picture of the Commanders logo and Devantae Adams, and I'm like, whoa.
Oh no.
What is this?
Yeah.
And it says Raiders wide receiver Davantae Adams says the Commanders fan base are one of the worst fan bases in the NFL. They're obviously just miserable because the stadium is horrible. The city is not great at all. He shit all over I guess the Commanders fan base city.
All right. Number one, he can fuck off with that dog shit Raiders fan base.
Oh my god.
They're good. They like have a lot of fans, but they're known to be awful human beings. You're in Las Vegas. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yes, we play in Landover and not DC, so the city's pretty shit. It's not really a city. It's just a fucking open field.
Well, see, that's another thing.
I mean, no, I get it. Shit on us. I don't care, but like, you're not saying anything anyone doesn't fucking know. We suck.
But like Davantae Adams, like does he think, like was he referring to DC?
I don't know if he was referred. Well, he referred to the stadium.
Because then when he says like the city is terrible, it's like how much
Parts of DC that sucks.
How much do you think he knows about Landover, Maryland, compared to probably like his time?
Well, he plays football games in Landover, Maryland.
Yeah, but he's probably like hotel.
He also fucking
hotel, stadium, plane. I'm gone. I don't know. I just feel like he.
I mean, no, I agree. I think our fan base sucks.
But do y'all? But that's another thing. Do y'all suck because y'all are terrible? Like, or because y'all are miserable?
Yes.
Or okay, because I look at it like this.
Like we don't suck in the sense of like Philly sucks. Philly sucks, and they will be shit, and they will show up, and they will suck even more.
See, but there's different types of bad fan bases. Like, okay, look at the Celtics. Like they are like kind of like racist, like angry, like fuckers.
Incredibly.
And then you got like Dallas Cowboys fans who are like delusional. Like
Yeah,
they're not necessarily like some of them are obnoxious and whatever, but like they are just absurdly delusional.
sure.
And then I guess you got well then like you said you got your Philly guys who are like no matter good or bad they're just annoying and loud as fuck. But then you got like Washington fans who like I mean I feel like I'm in the same boat at least currently with like being a Gator fan. It's it's like we just know nothing's gonna happen.
But also, like, yeah, I mean, we've never like it's been since the early '90s that we won a Super Bowl,
I mean the
and there
last
were
time
really
y'all
no good years in between. A few, but not many. So, I mean, we're seeing the resurgence with like the Orioles, or at least I am. And that I like for a while, like no one was showing up to Orioles games. No one's going to Washington games. Um, but we haven't seen good football in a long time. We're never up there.
But I mean, I don't know. I just don't think like I wouldn't say like Washington fans are like bad fans because they're like bad people.
No,
Like I'd say more because they
some might
are
be. Yeah, sure.
miserable. Well, no, I'm saying like if you want to say like all right, like per thousand Washington fans, I think there's
Yeah,
more. And I'm a Ravens fan. For anybody that wants to defend the Ravens against me,
yeah.
I think there's probably like if you had to do like a per thousand for each, it's like there's worse people that are Ravens fans.
There might be.
Like I mean, we're like
Yeah, but you
we're
guys are great fans.
we're good fans, but like a lot of those,
Yeah.
especially like just the just drunk white trash,
Yep.
just oh
Yep.
my god, just
Dundalk, brother.
oh man, dude,
It's bad.
it's it's bad.
But I don't not agree with what he's saying. I mean, we are miserable. The stadium is horrible.
Mm.
I don't know what he means by the city's not great at all. DC's it's reasonably cool. It's not the worst fucking city. Um, there's cool parts of it. I mean, it's the nation's capital. There's cool shit to see and do and whatever.
See, but
The outskirts kind of blow chunks.
yeah,
I mean, it's not like meant to be a fun, cool city. It's
but
not
see,
fucking
no,
Las
it's not.
Vegas.
It's not. But DC
It's
is
meant to
also.
house our government.
But DC is like even the things you're like referencing that could be cool. It's like it's as annoying as to me. It's as annoying as like Disney, like walking through people and just being around so many people and just
Yeah,
people and field trips and kids and this and
sure.
that. It's just there's so much going on.
Some cool museums out there
Like I don't know how many times I got taken to DC or we or
for
us
a
or
field trip.
whoever or just
Yeah,
my whole life
sure.
just
A lot.
going. I don't know. Just there's just no, and it's I kind of
Yeah,
starting to
it's not
get
really a city I pick to go to and just like, not
just
like,
look
yeah, I
at
want to go there to
monuments
go
like
do some stuff.
get
I mean, yeah, it's, it's weird when you live near it. It
yeah.
kind of takes away the coolness of it. It's still pretty cool, but
See, living near it, it's like you get pretty used to it. But then you got people who are actually like in the DMV area, super close to DC.
yeah.
It's like, bro, they don't give a shit about the monument.
They
Like,
don't give
yeah,
two fucks
oh,
now.
whatever. It's like
No one
they
from
don't
that whole
care.
surrounding area gives a fuck.
They're like, hey, bro, you better go check the Lincoln Memorial before you head out.
Yeah.
It's like they. It's like
I mean, it's cool. Like, I've probably seen it a few times in my life.
it's there.
But yeah. Um, yeah, we're miserable. The stadium sucks.
Davantae
That needs
Adams
to change.
will
But
never be
it
a
has to
commander.
happen from, huh?
At least you know Davantae Adams will never be a commander. So you never,
Well, that's good.
you don't have to get
He can
excited.
go play for a team that's nearly as bad, that spent way more money on him.
Yeah, and I think I read Raiders haven't beaten Washington since like '05. So
They haven't. Yeah, I don't know what he's. I don't know where he's going with it. I mean, this was on Hot Ones.
these are hot ones.
Yeah, this was on
Sean
a
Evans,
versus
hot
Hot
ones.
Ones with Devontae Adams and Amon-Ra St. Brown. So he could have eaten a wing and just went off the cuff and said some shit. But
Do you think he ate a wing? He was like, "Yo, you know his fan base sucks."
fucking
The
DC.
Commanders, holy
Yeah,
shit! Let me tell you about that. And their city sucks. Like I
yeah,
don't know. Now I gotta go watch that. Now that I know it was on Hot Ones, yeah, I figured it was like on some podcast or something, but that is hilarious. That is
I mean, I don't.
really funny.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
get it. I wish we had a better stadium and didn't suck at fucking football.
I've been
But we
stalling.
brought on Magic Johnson.
I've been stalling out this conversation for a while now, but it's time to pick our fantasy keepers.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
I figured. See, I looked at your team and I picked everybody like for you. Like I got it written down that I know you would go with.
Are we still a two-keeper team league? Or, I haven't
Honestly,
looked at my team in years.
Honestly, this is more in years. This is more like you might need to help me. Honestly,
Really?
because I don't know. So okay, well, since yours is easier,
Well, I got
easier,
King Henry.
let's talk about yours. So the players I figured, I mean, that even would be considered. I mean, you got like Derrick Henry, obviously, and then your two quarterback. Which can we talk about the fact that your two fantasy quarterbacks are the two quarterbacks you shit on the most in the NFL?
Who's my other quarterback?
Joe Burrow and Dak Prescott.
I have Joe. No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. Scroll to the bottom of your team. Yeah. You
What?
got Dak Prescott and Joe Burrow. So it's just really funny. Someone who you shit all over these two guys
That's
weekly.
awesome.
I mean, on a weekly. Just wait.
Yeah, damn near daily basis.
Just wait till the season starts. You're gonna be shitting all over them, and you probably did it last year. And that whole time, they were your quarterbacks.
Shows that I don't give a fuck. It shows how much I truly hate them. I mean, there's some players who if they do well for my fantasy team, then it's all love, but not these guys.
But I mean, you have Dak and you have Joe Burrow, but you have Mostert, Mike Evans, Terry. I mean, Drake London, George Pickens. You're picking Derrick Henry, but then who else?
I'm picking Henry, and you know.
Do you want now? Do you want to go with? Do you want to pick a quarterback that you know you'll be able to?
I mean, I think I would keep one of my quarterbacks, either Joe or Dak. Probably Joe, and then that way I have an option to draft another quarterback and know that I'm solid with mine.
Okay. So
and I know I'm solid at running back, and I can just throw on extra guys.
You're solid at running back, so you're leaning towards Joe over Dak in the second keeper slot.
Yeah, and it also depends on like the fuck they're doing with CeeDee Lamb.
Can you pull that up? Actually, I wanted to make sure because they were saying something about talks being close. There's talks about them being close to a contract, but then there was no report, like an official report of that. So I do want to make sure that.
I mean, CD they'll pay him. He'll play.
Yeah.
And he'll play well, but I don't know if I trust Dallas's team. I still don't like Dak.
Dak is also that stat padding god.
He is. No, I know.
So fantasy wise, I mean, he's gonna chuck up a touchdown.
That's true, and I mean he's playing in a much easier division. So yeah, I'm split between the two. It says positive contract negotiations have been reported, and that was 3 hours ago. So
okay, so there were. I guess they are closer to a contract. I guess if that's what positive talks means.
But yeah, I mean, this has happened for the past few seasons where everyone comes out and they say contracts, not this, not that, whatever, and then it just gets settled. Sometimes they'll request a trade or whatever the fuck, but I don't know.
But back
I
to
still don't think that Ayuk is going anywhere.
Oh no! Brandon Ayuk is probably not, like you said, probably a Niner, if not a Commander, if not a Steeler. Sure. But back to the keepers though. So I was saying though, you say Joe Burrow, but I kind of feel like in the fantasy world, okay, in like the NFL world, it's like you're probably picking if fantasy points were determined by like how good of a winner you were.
Yeah.
It'd probably go to Joe Burrow. Not
Sure.
probably, it would.
So yeah, Dak averaged about 32 points a game last year. Burrow averaged 25.
And I know it sounds crazy, but I think Joe might be more injury prone as of right now.
I mean, but Dak's still mildly injury prone. But yeah, as of right now, for sure.
But as of right now, I mean, Joe just got cleared for everything from his wrist, and
But the thing is, I'm not too pressed about, I guess, who I have at QB with between these two because I mean it's not till I guess a few rounds in that guys are going to be starting to snag quarterbacks up.
well, you got to also think how many people in our league are going to also keep a quarterback. So how many quarterbacks will be available is the question.
That is true.
You know,
I'll have to
whoever
look at
like
that.
you got to think whoever has C.J. Stroud is keeping C.J. Stroud. Whoever has Lamar is keeping Lamar. Whoever has probably even like down to like probably the top 15 quarterbacks off the list are probably going to be somebody's keeper.
Well, I have two top 15 quarterbacks. Just a matter of which one do I keep. Dak can go piss
I
himself
don't
in
know.
silicon
I might
gel.
have to go back and watch our like top 10 or 15 video to see if
I
that's.
know. I didn't put Joe top 5. I didn't
Did you
put
put
Dak
Dak top
top
5?
10. I mean, maybe we put Dak at 10.
Dak cracked the top 10.
I think Dak hit 10.
Dak.
And I think Burrow deserves to be inside the top 10. But
Whoa.
by
Okay,
no means do.
you are a flipper. You do not
No, I'm
feel
not
this way at
flipping. I'm just
all.
not talking wild shit on them right now. But I'm just saying, yeah, they're both top 10 quarterbacks or around there, at least top 15.
Yeah.
I still hate the both of them.
Yeah, well,
I just don't know which
you
one
do.
to
So
keep.
okay, down
Do I? I
between.
don't have to make this decision today. No.
No. I'm really just making it a topic. This could be something that we think about for the next 5 episodes.
Sure.
But it's
I
more
mean, I'm
of
going to think about it every day
I
for
might
the
need
next.
you to help me.
Yeah, let me pull your person up.
So I do have Josh Allen. I figure
We like Josh.
that's someone I need to keep. Now, later on, either this episode or next episode, we will be discussing the Bills and how we feel about them. And I got
Yeah,
a couple
I
of things to
mean,
bring up, but I think just like I said, fantasy wise, Josh is going to be able to put up the numbers.
yeah, like regardless of how bad they could be next year, he'll score fantasy points. He'll throw some picks and fuck up, and
Yeah, I mean, Diggs there or not, he's going to be throwing that fucking ball up.
they're going to be whipping that bitch for
He's
sure.
going to be throwing that ball up. So I
He'll
do
be running
think,
for touchdowns. Yeah.
but then the question
Now it
is,
gets confusing with your team.
after that, so my top keepers right now, it looks like it's Davantae Adams, George Kittle, Najee Harris, DeAndre Swift, Rashad Bateman.
Did I give you Kenneth last year? Did we trade?
Maybe.
Or did you have?
Maybe.
Did I have Kenneth? No, I had Kenneth the year before. I think.
I'm not sure, but so I would say Kenneth is off the list.
Yeah.
I would say Bateman is off.
Yeah.
Uh,
Dre Greenlaw.
I mean, so I'm definitely considering Kittle. I mean, just the red zone target and the touchdown fantasy points, just all that and Brock Purdy just being the type of quarterback that needs to rely on that tight end. I definitely.
I mean, Kittle had a weird year last year, but still put up 13 points a game.
Now letting Davantae Adams go, not in hindsight, but I mean, it does sound crazy, but like with who's gonna be throwing the ball next year,
It's going to be Gardner Minshew, and there's no one to really pull the double team away from him.
yeah. So I'm probably gonna let
Nothing
go.
else on that team is scary.
And then I guess so Najee and DeAndre Swift. So man, so
Is Swift going to be splitting time with anybody?
we're in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great question. Can we pull up?
They don't still have Tariq Cohen, huh?
Can we pull up that? That was a pull.
Was that a wild pull?
I don't know how. I don't know. Was he a Bear last year?
Doubt it. That's
You
just
pull that up.
I don't pay attention
Can
to
I
Bears
pull up
football.
Tariq Cohen?
He might be out of football.
That is a hilarious name. That is
Khalil Herbert.
okay, he's a running back for the Jets. Okay, so
Okay.
That is a name. There you go. I'll give it to you. You pulled his name up, and he was. He hasn't been in the league since 2020. Since he's a Jet now, but before that he was on Chicago in 2020. I don't know where that 3-year gap was.
You telling me we had a 3-year gap with this guy?
Yeah, but injury battles and all that.
2021, yeah.
But
And then he was a Panther last year, the practice squad. So yeah, I'm about 3 to 4 years back on Bears
the running back
team.
room.
But yeah, Khalil Herbert. So not really too much of a split.
He'll be
it's
splitting
a decent
probably
split.
more than Najee.
I feel like Najee was getting split last year.
The real question is, do either of them get picked over Kittle?
I mean, where else are we looking in that tight end world, honestly? Because
that's a good question, and also it's like, who's the
does what's her face have Andrews?
Yep. So Mark Andrews is off the board, but who's the most?
Whoever has Kittle is. I mean, not Kittle. Kelsey is probably going to keep Kelsey, depending.
I mean, the most expendable player or position on offense for fantasy. It's running back.
Yeah.
I mean, you can throw. There's so many different names.
And yeah, it's usually the weakest spot for most people's team is that tight end spot.
So yeah, I thought it was gonna be kind of hard, but I do think I might end up going Kittle over either of my running backs, and I mean, I'm honestly gonna take. I'd rather take the chance in just having to draft new running backs, or even catching one of these in the draft again. Like, I mean,
yeah,
that's also there's also a chance in that, but
and I mean, there's a lot of running backs who sometimes have breakout years, or just new young guys who don't get picked up early, and you can find them on
and there's just
whatever type of deal.
And then you got teams like the Chargers, like, you know, who you might one person has JK, one person has Gus. One day JK might, and that's the thing with the Ravens. It's like, or now with the Chargers, now it's like you might have a day where JK runs for 80 yards and a touchdown, but at the same time Gus scored 2 touchdowns at the goal line, and it's like you just have a good production day from both running backs. But yeah, no,
I don't hate Kittle, because I mean, especially if Ayuk leaves, he'll be put more into that offense. But I can see him being used a little bit more this year than they did use him last year.
Okay. So I was at a store a couple of days ago, and
Kroger.
no. I had on no hat, so nothing to, nothing that said. Well, no, more nothing that said. You'll understand in a second where I'm getting at, but nothing that said like where I was from. No, I had on a white T-shirt, and okay, so like for anybody wondering, it's like so I'm in Florida, from Maryland.
Yep.
Nothing would tell a random stranger that. Just by looking at me, and just like.
Is there anything? None of your lower arm tattoos have
no tattoos that show would be like, oh, you must be from Maryland. Like, there's nothing that. There's nothing that would do that.
No.
I'm walking out of the store after checking out, and the cashier goes, "Take care of Zach Eflin for me." And I like laugh.
Did you see your ID?
My ID is a Florida ID.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I mean it's Florida.
Sure.
So, but I hear
she
that.
Said, take care of Zach Eflin for you.
And Devin, I need you to understand that it took me 2 days to realize what he even
who that was. Yeah.
Because he said that, and as I'm walking out, I go, "This motherfucker just called me Zach Efron." Like
that's what it sounds like.
I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
Sure.
I'm like, was he talking shit? Like, was he talking shit? Like,
someone I was talking to the other day called him like Zach Efron or whatever.
I'm pissed.
Yeah.
For like a second, but then I hear on the radio, I guess maybe yesterday, whenever it was, and
Yeah.
they're talking about a player named Zach Eflin traded
Yeah.
from Tampa to Baltimore.
Yes. And then just pitched the other day.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit! With the person I'm with,
Yeah.
I'm like, that's who they were talking about.
Sure.
And it was just funny bringing it up because it's baseball related. Have no clue why somebody.
Would
I just
say
something
anything baseball
baseball related
related
to
to
me.
you.
It's not like because if I if I
If you
have a
had a hat
baseball
on.
hat on,
Yes.
if I have an
Yeah.
Orioles hat on, it's like okay, maybe.
Yes.
None of that. Nothing.
I
There's
mean, it's not something that you would say to a random person. Like, yeah, if someone saw me with a baseball hat on, sometimes you'll get a little baseball banter back and forth, but that's it.
yeah. I mean, just being in Florida, there is nothing that would tell you that I am from Maryland. I am an Orioles fan. I'm just anything about
But
that.
I don't know. I don't understand. I mean, there are a lot of O's fans down.
Down here, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of. Well, Tampa's not that big of a. They're not the most popular. Yeah. Did you hear they're building a new stadium? St. Pete.
That sucks.
It's going to be like $1.6 billion or something.
Jesus.
And no one's going to show up. No one shows up to those shitty games at Tropicana.
And the Chiefs might leave.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
That is so crazy. Oh my god.
But I don't know what that means. That is funny.
Well, and also, is he that good to just like say something to a stranger about him? Like, is that like what?
He's decent, but
What are we doing?
I mean, he was a big part of the Rays over the past few seasons, or a decent pitcher. Yeah, odd that someone would say that, especially to you with no baseball paraphernalia by any means. Yeah.
Not a single thing in the world that would tell you where I grew up, who I'd be a fan of, what sport I liked, if I liked the sport, if anything. Like
anything remotely related to.
This is a cashier. I mean, this is somebody that does not know me at all. This is a stranger.
Someone cashiered you.
But yeah, no, I didn't understand. I guess Eflon.
You're welcome.
Eflon is popping down here, I guess, or he was. Now he's in Baltimore.
He is in Baltimore. But their new stadium looks pretty sick for whatever.
Oh, but also mid-trade or mid-game trades are crazy.
Mid-game trades are nuts. They're very fun.
Trades are
baseball games are played throughout all of the days. Like, I would imagine in football, there's not a lot of mid-game trades because just during football,
yeah,
3 days that it's played.
Yeah, there's been like a mid-game retirement.
Yeah, and that's really it. But no, mid-game trades they're odd. I mean,
and it's just like how they gotta say you gotta leave. Like,
I mean, so when you get traded, you have to. Sometimes they have to go to the other city immediately and like go play a game that night or whatever. But you kind of gotta leave the organization.
Like, what I mean by that is like, because I saw the video, it was somebody on the Cubs, and he was like saying goodbye.
Yeah, he was hugging the
getting
bros.
His shit and leaving.
Yep.
But is this something where it's like had he stayed too long, it would have turned into like an issue or like a problem, where it's like
hey, I don't know.
It's something like you need to get out immediately. Like you are no longer.
So there's been a lot of games where. Yeah, there's been one. The only thing that I've seen is when someone gets traded mid-game, they leave. Like they'll pull you out mid-play. Like they won't even let you finish an inning. They'll run out on the field and be like, "Yo, you just got traded."
What if you're at bat?
That's nuts,
dude. At bat,
that's wild.
Dude,
at bat,
bases loaded. It's 3-2. Like it's just, and they're just
get them out.
Get traded.
Yeah,
but I'm saying if that was a scenario. They pull you off and say, you're traded?
Yeah, I think, honestly, once you find out, I mean, because once the deal goes through, it's through. Like, you're no longer on the team that you're on. It just happened to the White Sox, and they had, like, a little circle ceremony in the bullpen where they were drinking something. I couldn't tell if it was a beer or an energy drink, but they all took a sip from it. It was, like, 10 dudes. all took a sip from the same drink,
Ugh.
and then poured it out in the middle and barked like a dog. I don't know.
Acting like he died, like he just got traded. I mean, they could
Yeah,
still
and
like
they're like,
kick it.
they poured one out for the homie. But those
Another,
are interesting.
I guess another baseball thing is why, and please don't if it's an obvious. And now I found an obvious answer later on, maybe like 10 minutes on.
There, hold on, sorry.
Good.
There was one guy who thought he was getting traded mid-game, and then started crying and came out on the field crying. And he cried so much that they didn't trade him.
Really? Like
Yeah,
they
it was
felt
gross.
bad, or did
It was disgusting. I don't know. Something happened, but yeah, he was playing shortstop and just like bawling his eyes out.
Huh. So baseball isn't in the Olympics.
No,
Why?
we would. It's you would have to stop the season.
But no. I
Mid-season.
mean, like it's specifically just because of the MLB not being able to participate, or MLB players not being able to participate.
Essentially, yeah.
Like,
I mean, I feel like they could make something to where it's. I guess the fear is that there's going to be a lot of guys who want to represent their country and would end up leaving the MLB to go do that over it. But we have a World Cup for baseball, World Baseball Classic.
but and I was gonna ask, like, do you know, like, so if somebody decided, like, I want to make, say, I want to make baseball an Olympic sport, is it something where like they have to make sure like there's enough countries with baseball
There's
teams
probably
to do all
a
that?
process like that.
And do you think there is? Like, are there enough countries with baseball influence to?
Yeah. Again, they have the World Baseball Classic. I mean, really, it's there are a lot of countries, a lot of South American, Central American countries usually. Israel was in it last year, but yeah, I don't know if that would.
So
I don't know why they don't. I don't know if it would work.
so what country's taking home gold in if baseball was in the Olympics?
Well, we just lost to Japan in the World Baseball Classic, so it's usually between us and Japan, or us and like the Dominican or Cuba or
See,
any of those places.
I was
Venezuela,
leaning like
yeah,
I was
those guys
thinking
can
like
fuck us up. Yeah, no,
I was thinking that they would
we don't win every year.
yeah
I
no
don't think, or every time they do it.
baseball might go like or USA might go like bronze. Like maybe they make the they might be
Or we can
they
win.
might get a medal. Like they might get but no, I was sitting there just thinking, why is baseball not an Olympic sport? And I even Googled it, and then I went, oh, it's because baseball, and that's because the MLB is happening right now. Like they're in the
Yeah,
middle
like
of the
currently.
season.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it
So
wouldn't be shit baseball, but
it'd be entertaining.
yeah,
I
it
feel
just
like
wouldn't be.
I mean, honestly, do I don't know. We already spent last episode shitting on a bunch of Olympic sports, but do does a sport in the Olympics make it more like what's the word? Just
Popular.
popular? Yeah, I guess that's the best word to use for it. Like I kinda
I mean,
it
it
can
can
introduce you.
it can, but like, how often do you like watch badminton and you're like, damn, I want to play that real
See,
bad.
but it's like you might get into tennis because of the Olympics.
It's very possible, yeah.
You might get into like swimming.
Yeah,
If it or gymnastics or whatever, like,
yeah.
but like baseball, I mean, I feel like there's not that many people who are getting into basketball by watching the Olympic basketball being played. You
There's
know what I
not.
mean? Like people that are watching Olympic basketball probably are
Yeah,
really excited to watch Olympic basketball. There's probably not many people who are like, "Hey,
sure.
the Olympics are on. Oh, basketball. Let me learn
What?
about basketball."
Sure. Yeah, yeah,
Like by watching team music, which
yeah. I
maybe
mean, maybe for kids and shit, they're learning about sports, whatever.
I just don't know, like personally, and this might sound ignorant. I just don't know the global. I don't know how far the global reaches for baseball.
There's decent reach. I mean, definitely in like Korea and
Well, yeah,
Japan. It's humongous in Japan. They love baseball. Um, Not China at all. A little bit. But yeah, tons of South America, Africa, a touch. Europe, not really that much. They play cricket and all that bullshit. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't. I don't know. I don't know what the exact reason is that it wouldn't be in the Olympics, but
okay, okay. Well, I mean that's
is
probably
it
why
in the
it's the
Olympics?
MLB.
Was it in the Olympics?
It's the MLB. That's why the MLB. I believe what I read was it's just they don't allow their players to. They wouldn't like they
Yeah,
don't.
and they shouldn't.
Yeah, no, that would definitely like ruin a season.
That would destroy a season
Because I mean, you gotta think like,
because this is like prime
well, all I
baseball
hear on the
season.
radio is like talks about like the trade deadline today and how everything was like going
Yeah,
down, and
yeah.
it's like,
Well, also, like they don't do that World Baseball Classic thing much, and there's usually a lot because the baseball season's so long and their spring training and stuff and all that. It's a long season. They didn't really like a lot of players playing in the World Baseball Classic. One guy like was celebrating a walk off and tore his patella tendon, and he was like one of the
fuck.
best closers in the league. Um, so yeah, there was a lot of talk about how they didn't want everyone to play and that. So I don't know.
Okay, okay. Well, I want to ask you a question. So AFC East, we'll talk about a better team next episode, but I want to talk about this team this episode. And I guess there was a quote from new coach Gerard Mayo, Patriots head coach.
Sure.
I guess
I heard something had happened.
discussing the quarterback situation.
Mm.
What did you hear?
Oh, I heard this is the Matt Judon thing. I heard that there was
Well,
a heated argument between Matt Judon and Mayo and the staff or whatever.
I believe Judon is. I don't know if he's. I know he hasn't. He's like I saw a report like Matt Judon does again like does not report to practice or whatever, and
Sure.
I immediately assumed it was contract related. I honestly did not hear about a fight between. If you want to fact check that, and
I don't think it was a fight, but it was just like
is that why he's sitting out?
a stern meeting.
Is that why he's
It could
sitting
be
out?
contract based,
Do we want to see why is Matt
but
Judon sitting
it
out?
said Judon gets animated with Mayo. Walks out of
Uh,
practice after he got animated with Mayo. So it could be money related, or he could just be upshetty spaghetti.
Judon has said publicly he feels his current deal does not match his value.
7.5 million, isn't it yet? Does not match his value.
He is he was participating in practice, but with the pads being added into the equation, Judon sat out likely because he knows he has to protect his most important asset, his health. So you act a fool with your coach, walk out, and you act like that's the reason why you're not coming to practice, and it's not the money. Okay.
Yeah.
Then we will discuss. I mean, that's perfect. Trade targets for Matt Judon next episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll start looking into that, and we can
I mean,
see.
for a guy who had 4 sacks last year, and probably didn't play that much.
Well, see, Matt Judon is like, I mean,
Was he injured last year?
I don't remember, but I mean, just being a Patriot is an injury itself at this point.
Right now, yeah, for sure. I don't like the Gerard Mayo move, and I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. I mean,
It's kind of it's like a D'Amico Ryans move. It's kind of like the new era of coaching, or of coaches, should I say?
yeah, I mean, an internal move's not bad, but
No more of these old guys.
it's better than Dan
bro.
Quinn.
No more of these old dudes saying nonsense. We need former players
We need former players
that know the
Well,
ins and outs.
we've had some issues with some former players over the years. They're talking or whatever.
Sure, but who's considered the greatest coach of all time?
Bill?
Considered the most winningest coach of all time?
Shula?
Former player.
Sure. And a lot of these coaches have played in some aspect or another, but
Yeah, but Shula played.
not a lot of like.
Shula played though.
Sure.
Shula played. Fucking Bill.
Bill played at down the street.
Let's see. He played somewhere. He played somewhere around that. Where did he play? Where did he play? Where?
A-High.
He
And that
did.
was that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Born and raised in Annapolis because his dad was the.
Yeah.
His dad was a coach at the Navy.
That is so funny, God. Because Bill's not. He is not a Marylander.
He doesn't seem like it at all. I mean, he seems like
at all.
I guess when you think about it, maybe because he is a fucking weirdo.
I don't know, bro. I feel like he represents he's a bad representation of Maryland.
I feel like he's more of like an Oregon, Washington, Idaho type of dude than like an Annapolis guy. You know,
he's like
he doesn't really fit in as an Annapolis guy.
Yeah, I don't know. He's like a quiet weirdo, just like out in the middle of nowhere.
Those are everywhere, I guess.
I guess.
But yeah, he seems like a PA type of guy.
There you go, Pennsylvania. See,
or like upstate New York.
Okay, see, I was too insecure to say New York, and I thought you were gonna be like, no, because New York is like they're
not New York City. No.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're a little more. I was thinking like more animated New York. Like New
For
York residents, but no, it's the quarterback situation in New England.
Yeah.
Because I guess Gerard Mayo came out and said that Jacoby Brissett is the most pro-ready guy.
You know, shit, he's been a pro for 10 fucking years.
Which is what everybody said. And this kind of goes back to my whole thing. Oh, and also like he's taken all the. Basically alluding to him being the starting quarterback. He's taken all the QB1 snaps. They say he's the most pro-ready guy.
He is.
And it kind of goes back to what I was saying about like Caleb Williams, where it's like, Caleb Williams is admitting like, okay, yeah, there's things I gotta fix. There's flaws that I have that honestly in the next month I'd like to fucking tune up. If your own coach is sitting there going like, yeah, we got a quarterback that we drafted with the 3rd pick.
Yeah, and we're not even really thinking about him. We're thinking of putting in a career backup as our starting quarterback.
Who's spending his 2nd term as a Patriot.
And this is what pisses me off. This is what pissed me off about like Washington and their quarterback situation for the longest time. It's like the Patriots are not in a win now situation. They're in no world where they will benefit from having Jacoby Brissett be their quarterback. He won't be their long-term quarterback. You just spent all your fucking money on Drake May, as you should. He could have a very good career. But yeah, no, I would like to see Drake May start game 1 and then play as long as possible. They tried to do that with Anthony Richardson. He got injured. Whatever. Yeah. But Drake May is not really much of a mobile guy, and I would like to see him on the field game 1.
I mean, I think they handled it the perfect way with, Anthony Richardson. It's like, you hand him the keys. You hand him the keys.
Give it to him. Yeah, fuck it.
Unless this is a Jordan Love situation where you are sitting behind Aaron Rodgers, you need to be given the keys.
Yeah, no, this is a career backup who you have no chance to win with. Absolutely, and they threw C.J. Stroud in immediately. It worked.
Like, I think y'all are going to give Jaden Daniels the keys and just let him,
let him we have no one else. Who the fuck else do we have?
Because Jaden Daniels, you saw the Giants drafting.
What do you mean?
The Giants, they were talking about who they were going to draft. It was like the Hard Knocks shit.
Dude. I tried to watch that and I almost threw up in my mouth.
So you don't know what
I get you're having fun with your kids or whatever. Shut up.
But did you not hear what his son said?
About
he asked his son, he was like, who should I draft?
Oh, he said Jaden Daniels.
It's like, dude, Jaden Daniels. He's like, you only get this job once. He's like, you better try.
Yeah.
He's like,
he said, don't fuck it up.
So if Jaden Daniels,
well, he went Daniels, and then there's like 2 other quarterbacks, and then it was Malik Neighbors.
He's like, you can't really go wrong. But the first person he said was Jaden Daniels. So if he goes on to ball out, I guess the Giants GM's son
Yes.
called it. So when they have Daniel Jones play like a shitty bum next
But
week,
also, I mean, we had what pick number 2.
yeah, I
They weren't
guess
going to get him.
no. Well, yeah,
But yeah,
maybe.
he did
Yeah,
tell him
I
to
guess.
trade up. And,
Yeah, do you move? You make a move for Jaden Daniels? It's like no, probably
no,
not.
yeah, we'll stick with. I mean, Neighbors already looks pretty decent.
But it just sucks because Malik Neighbors is gonna have to be catching balls thrown from Daniel Jones.
No,
Like
and there's no Saquon to muddle up how good their offense is and hide Daniel Jones. There's no hiding that shit.
nothing. They're not hiding anything. But with the
But
Patriots
yeah,
shit,
Jaden Daniels is listed as QB1. Marcus Mariota number 2. Forgot about him.
with the Patriots shit, I'd say, I mean, Jacoby Brissett. See now, this to me, this seems more like a favor. This seems more like a favor than like the whole like Gerard Mayo thing. Like y'all are bringing Jacoby Brissett back. You're giving him this like huge advantage over a guy you picked with the third pick.
Yeah.
Everybody around him is going to be starting week 1. And
Yeah.
he's probably going to be sitting back behind Jacoby Brissett, who the Patriots know he's a backup quarterback. The whole league knows he's a backup quarterback.
Of course.
And I mean, I
What
guess
what I really hate like how I don't get it. Like I get that you don't think that Drake May is totally ready, but him sitting on the sideline for 2 hours is not going to help his career at all.
no, it's not gonna.
Like that does nothing for him. Like I get the Jordan Love stuff. I mean, I don't get the Packers drafting him. Mahomes sat behind Alex Smith for a season. Jacoby Brissett is neither of those guys.
I think the
And you also
Packers.
have 3 already kind of decent. I mean, they have a decent quarterback room. Zappy and Joe Milton.
Well, and then with the Packers thing, I think obviously with hindsight at least, and I really still don't know what told them then, but they knew something then. And I mean,
They must have.
they knew in terms of who they were going to get out of Jordan Love and why they had to figure out a replacement for Aaron Rodgers soon.
Well, yeah. I mean, with Aaron, you never really knew when he would end his career. Ended up winning 2 MVPs after he got drafted.
But they kind of made that decision for Aaron drafting Jordan Love.
Sure. If I was Aaron, I would have left immediately.
Well, I mean, he only spent one.
I mean, because
I think he only. How many years did Jordan Love spend behind Aaron Rodgers?
2.
Really? Okay, go ahead. Keep saying what you were saying.
But no, I mean, for Aaron's sake, he had a ton of problems with them already not drafting the players they needed. Horrible coaching late in the season and in the playoffs. So yeah, I mean, he was on his last straw, and I guess he just waited out his contract or whatever. But
and then other quarterbacks.
How many years did he spend behind him? He spent 3 years behind him, or 2?
No, 2. He spent 2 years behind him, and then last year he played.
No, 3 years.
No, he's
2020, 2021, and 2022.
No, he's played 3 years. I just looked at his shit. He got drafted in 21.
No, 20.
21.
I'm looking at it right now.
I'm looking at it right now.
He was pick number 26 in 2020.
I mean, I don't know why it says 20. Man, I'm looking at his stats right here. So unless he just wasn't.
Well, no, he didn't touch a field in 2020.
I mean, so he wasn't even activated.
Yeah, he didn't get into a game.
You tell me he wasn't even activated.
He was the 3rd quarterback on the depth chart.
Huh. So it was just a big old fucking waste of time with
Love was inactive for every game in the 2020 season.
So okay. So sure, I guess 3 years behind Aaron Rodgers. I don't know how much you were behind Aaron Rodgers when you weren't even suited up, but I guess.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know.
The only other,
But also, Jordan Love was a different kind of get than a Drake May type of get.
yeah, yeah, and then the only other thing I saw about quarterbacks or just news around the league is Sam Howell in Seattle. He's closer to competing for or QB2 than QB1.
Yeah,
He's in a closer competition with QB3 to be the backup than he is to be a starter. He is, I believe the word was specifically alarmingly inaccurate.
so all of that dog shit hype. I think what happened to Washington fans because I would talk to Washington fans about like when Sam Howell was the quarterback, and they were all like, "No, I think Sam Howell's pretty good. I think I like Sam Howell," and it's because we were dealing with absolute dog shit for the past long, very time, um, and I think we're numb to what a good quarterback is.
You had your Heineke
And
meet.
I think Sam Howell took like fucking 40 sacks in the first half of the season last year. Wasn't very good at all. We won fucking 4 games last year. Um, he had some good games and some good throws, but I never really liked him that much.
You had the Heineke meat riders though that were still salty that Sam Howell was the quarterback for Washington.
But my thing was, it was like, again, it's like pick one of them, ride with one of them,
Mm.
just quit flip flopping these motherfuckers because honestly, they both stink.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get one out of the other, and we're damn sure not going to keep Sam Howell for very long.
Oh wait, you said Sam Howell or Jaden?
No Heineke.
Okay. For a second, I forgot the other quarterback. I was like, you're already calling him like you're already saying he sucks. But okay, I got you.
No. I mean,
Heineke or how?
I have high expectations for Jaden, but um, yeah, hopefully he's good. I mean, but it is funny that he's unable to compete with Geno Smith.
I mean, just think about it though. Out of the top three quarterbacks, there's one quarterback we haven't heard. Oh, we're worried about his mental wherewithal as the leader of the offense, or he might not even be our quarterback this year. You know,
That's very true.
it,
We are fully
at
locked in on him.
out of the
But I'm
top three quarterbacks drafted, ain't nothing bad's came out about JD yet.
nothing's been said, but also like it's clearly on the worst team out of those. Well, I guess the Patriots are worse than us.
Skill wise, y'all are better than the Patriots.
Sure. Yeah.
Gotta be.
But you know, I want to see Jaden do well. I mean, I talked shit about Drake May just
Oh
because
yeah,
I was
yeah, you did.
well, just because I was just upset at how bad UNC quarterbacks have been in the league. Sam Howell and Trubisky and just ACC quarterbacks in general, outside of Trevor Lawrence and the guys from Clemson, Deshaun Watson, but Daniel Jones from Duke.
Mm.
It's like I don't know.
But alarmingly inaccurate is just
Alarmingly
that is.
inaccurate is
I've heard like
shocking.
he overthrows a lot. He Tua underthrows this that, but
Yeah,
alarmingly inaccurate. That's
that
good.
sucks.
That's money.
I mean, I'm surprised that he's fighting for the 2 spot and not worse.
I mean, it's Geno Smith, so it's not like the QB1 is locked.
They don't still have Drake May, no, not Drake May, Drew Lock.
Drew Lock is a
Oh, dude, he's competing with PJ Walker.
Drew Lock.
Drew Lock's a Bronco now.
Did you just wait? So he's competing with PJ Walker for QB2 right now. So
So it's
not even
Geno
like
for sure.
Jesus.
Sam's number
Christ.
2. PJ's 3. That could switch.
Okay, but the fact that one quarterback was a starter in the NFL last year and one was in the XFL at one point.
A few years ago, and where was he last year?
Carolina. Was he a
Somewhere.
Panther at some point?
Yeah, no, he for sure was a Panther. I don't know when.
Okay. I think it's time for some sports Jeopardy.
I like that. I like that. I like that. I like
Mm,
that. PJ Walker.
I think
Be
it's time
fun.
for some sports Jeopardy. Let me pull it up. Let's get the sports Jeopardy up here.
Oh.
Get it over here. Bring it right here. All right. Today, Devin, we got NFL history, before and after, rap sheet, terrible takes, common team names.
Mm.
If you need an explanation for before and after, I
PJ
can
was a Brown last year.
I can help you. But besides that, pretty
Yeah, I
simple.
don't know what before and after means.
So I will explain it to you once we start on that. Like whether
Okay.
me or you pick first from there, I will explain to you because you know how it.
Yeah.
Who won? Me. You go first.
You snuck one out on me.
I did. I stole
Um,
one.
you took it from me. Speaking of things, terrible takes 200. I don't know what this category is either, so we'll see.
All right. So in 2014, this TV sports analyst tweeted that Johnny Manziel will one day be bigger in Cleveland than his LeBron ever was.
Fuck. I'm torn between some of those bozos from ESPN back in the day. I don't think it was Steven. It sounds like a Max Kellerman type of take. Or Skip. I don't know. My first thought was Max. I'll go Max Kellerman.
Skip Bayless. That was so easy.
It,
So easy. If there's anything, Skip Bayless is gonna do, it's gonna say this
shit
player
on LeBron.
will be better than LeBron James.
Was Max a LeBron? I can't remember.
Was who? Max
Max Kellerman.
Kellerman. I don't know why I can't think of his take on LeBron.
I mean, he nut sucked a ton of people. I want
Um,
Iguodala.
let's go rap sheet for 200.
Does this have to do with music?
A grand jury indicted this NFL running back for beating his child, which became the inspiration for one of our fantasy. Okay, this is somebody's like personal.
This is someone's
question.
personal, but I
a
think we know
grand
what
jury
this is.
indicted this NFL. It's Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
It's AP. There we go.
This is someone's personal.
This is like somebody's for one of
like
our
someone's
fantasy...
doing this with the boys.
Yeah, this is shout out to the boys. For whoever
some guy made it, and
we're playing it.
We play a lot of things. Hopefully, the before and after doesn't involve those weirdos.
It doesn't.
NFL history for 2.
NFL history for 2. This NFL franchise was formed in 2002, which also hosted its own expansion draft.
Assuming it's the most recent franchise. The most recent franchise in all of sports is the Nationals. The most recent in the NFL is the Houston Texans, huh?
You tell me.
That's where I'm going.
The Houston Texans. Yeah. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go with rap sheet for 3. This NFL running back was caught on camera assaulting a woman while simultaneously showing off his versatility as a kicker.
What sucks is that we used to bring this up so much.
Good old,
at least
good old kicking Kareem Hunt, who's currently a free agent, which is kind of crazy to think about. I mean, to think like, but bro, you gotta remember
he had a decent year last year
because Kareem Hunt. Now, help me remember because it was either this way or the other way. He was Chiefs fumbled the first play and then went crazy the rest of the game. Like, remember, like when he blew up on the scene, he was a Chief, and I think like he like had fumbled like on like one of his first plays.
Maybe he did.
And then went crazy either that game or the rest of the year or something.
Well, the rest of the year he went nuts. I think it was rookie year. He just went fucking absolutely insane. The year after that he played well, and then I think this came out second or third year in the league.
Was he not a Brown at this point? Was this before he was Cleveland?
No, this is why he became a Brown. He got suspended and kicked off the team.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah.
Right.
Usually you don't really kick a prostitute and like I mean, generally you get away with it. It happened. It's the oldest profession, so I'm assuming it's happened a lot before.
We also talked about it. It's like it was a tap with his foot.
I'm not getting into what the case was.
No,
I'm not
I
getting
mean,
into that
no.
video.
I mean, okay, no. Is any assault on anybody good? No. But are we gonna act like he fucking kicked
No,
her head off?
he didn't kick her brains out. No,
Like,
he
I mean,
kicked her in the
it was
ass.
two drunk people, and he was like, fuck you, and like,
Lord knows.
It's
It's a better video than
your dog's
some.
going for a piece of onion. You're like, stop it, fucking hey. No,
It's a better video than that one guy getting chased down. Yeah, it is like kind of a nudge to a dog.
Yeah, not to compare her to a dog, but like, who was his name? Zach Stacy. Didn't he
Yeah, he
throw
threw
his
that one
wife
through a TV.
across the living room?
Yes.
So yeah, there's levels to this shit.
But there was one guy who recently, I think it was recently, I can't remember his name, sprinted out of a hotel room after not paying for his women of the night, and they chased him down the hallway butt ass naked. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's why there's a rap sheet category here.
Your turn.
Before and after 200.
Before and after for 200.
I ain't afraid no ghosts.
You got an all-time kicker. So, all right, to explain this to you, just name the names. All-time kicker and someone who was kicked off of Fox. Out of Fox.
This is the same person?
So it's before and after. It's three names put together. It's two names put together, three different words, three different names, blank, blank, blank.
Hold on. What?
Okay, who's the all-time kicker? Who's the all-time kicker in your eyes?
Vinatieri.
Okay. Maybe try somebody else.
Justin Tucker.
Okay. So, with that in mind, who's somebody that got kicked off of Fox?
Greg Olson?
No. Just think Fox, like Fox, period. Not just Fox Sports. Like Fox. Fox News.
Now I get it. Okay. I gotcha. Thanks. It would have confused the absolute dickens out of me otherwise, but Tucker Carlson?
Justin Tucker Carlson. Yes.
Gotcha.
Justin
okay, so it's a shared name.
It is a shared name, yes.
Gotcha. Now, does it have to be in order as such?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's before and after. I mean, it's pretty simple when you put it that way, which that is also, I'm glad that was my previewed one. So I was like,
Perfect.
Okay, boom. So I got that. I was like, I know Devin's picking that. So,
Perfect.
Yeah, there you go. So before and after, let's see what these other ones are because Justin Tucker Carlson is kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's not.
Recent movie about him, famous movie studio.
These are difficult. What the fuck?
No.
I mean, what is recent? Do you know when this was made?
Well, okay. There's only one, and to me, I mean, the first movie studio I thought of that would be like NFL related would be like Warner. Kurt Warner Bros. Isn't there a movie by him?
Mm-hmm. So this is probably 4 years old.
Is it? No.
That Kurt Warner movie was...
Kurt Warner Brothers. But okay, so Kurt Warner Bros. Because famous movie studio, Kurt Warner. I mean, there's only one. I mean, it's not Brian Paramount.
Sure, yes. That's true. Well, they made a movie about Tom Brady. More recent than that.
But they made a movie like about Kurt's like life, didn't they?
Yeah, it was like this. It looks terrible, but yeah, 2021.
Huh. Okay. I like the before and afters. Justin Tucker Carlson and Kurt.
Yeah, they're interesting, but I'm not great with riddles. Common team names 200.
I feel like Justin Tucker Carlson is harder. Like, who knows who? Not a lot of people are just like, oh yeah, Tucker Carlson.
Yeah,
it's that one guy. Like people, I mean, I
don't know. Yeah, at least when you're doing this. MLB team shares a name with the NFL team. That's the St. Louis Cardinals and the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, St. Louis Cardinals and Arizona Cardinals. All right. Damn, I kind of want to like rap sheet or before and after.
There's hundreds out there. You're going four bangers already?
Rap sheet or before and after. Rap sheet or before and after. Let's go rap sheet.
This is nuts.
Dude, you mentioned this person in the first 30 seconds of this episode.
I did.
Of the first
It was meant to be.
30 seconds of the episode.
It was truly meant to be.
So this would be Aaron Hernandez. Yeah.
What a good joke. He was hoping for a hung jury. That's nice.
Is that really what it said? After hoping for a hung jury?
Well, a hung jury is when they can't decide.
No, well,
I don't.
Thank you.
I don't know.
Thank you.
My bad. I forgot that you're a legal expert after all this trial stuff. You know way more about the legal system than I do.
Yeah, was that a joke about what happened to him, or?
Well, when did he die?
That would be. I would say that would be. I'll give it to him if.
I mean, I'm assuming he was hoping for a hung jury, but yeah, he killed himself in 2017. So
yeah, okay. So I guess this was either a joke or they just didn't realize how funny that potentially could have been by saying that. Anyways, your turn.
Yeah. Common team names 3.
Common team names 300. This NFL team name shares a name.
New York Giants, San Francisco Giants.
Okay. Yeah. Good job.
Thank you.
Oh boy.
Oh,
I mean, he's rapping me.
You know a lot about crimes.
Aaron Hernandez being 400 is like making me think like 500's got to be.
I mean, you could fill each of those with Ravens.
Fuck you, dude.
There's at least 5.
The fuck? Fuck
I'm
off.
joking. I'm joking. You guys do good things.
Name one.
Joe Flacco.
Well, I mean, I guess on the field he does good things, but yeah, no, it could be like obviously like the one that we're not going to talk about. Ray Rice, Terrell Suggs pulling a gun on some dude.
Sure.
You could do
drug possession.
All right, 500 rap sheet. I'm doing it.
All right.
His former Olympic sprinter had trouble standing trial for the murder of his girlfriend.
I know it.
Who murdered his girlfriend and couldn't stand trial?
Okay, I'll give you a hint. It's not a hint, but it's a fixing of the question.
Okay.
He's a Paralympic sprinter.
I don't know, dude. We just sat here and talked about how we didn't know any Olympic.
Can I get points for this? Why the fuck didn't? No, why did you pick this? I've researched this.
Yeah, no, I don't know. There's no way I know. Like it could be any name, and I'll never be able to guess it.
Guess it.
I don't know a Paralympian.
Well, he's not known for being a Paralympian. He's known for murdering his girlfriend.
This guy is known for murdering his girlfriend. There's so many.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, he has no legs. He was Mr. Blades.
I don't know.
It's old Oscar P.
Yeah.
Pistorius.
I don't even know how to pronounce that. There's no way.
Oscar Pistorius.
Yeah, that's 500 points you are not getting. Thanks.
Yeah, I know. That sucks. He's a Blade Runner. He shot his girlfriend, called it an accident. He said he thought he heard an intruder and hopped out of bed and kind of crawled, shot her.
Next question.
that needs to no.
Yeah, it's fine. It's good. You're good. He's a murderer. You're allowed to make fun of him. I guess.
Nah, you can snip that up.
I guess, yeah.
Common team names. Four banger.
This NHL team shares a name with the pro basketball team of Shanghai, China.
That would be the San Jose Sharks and the Shanghai Sharks.
Dude, I mean, fuck, dude. I mean, fuck, bro. Before and after 400. Famous singers, talented sister. Famous
Famous
QB's
QBs.
untalented brother.
Untalented.
Famous singers, talented. So it's something Jackson Mahomes.
Oh, it's very easy.
Famous Q. Wait, but famous singer's talented sister.
Yeah. This one's good.
Oh, Janet
I mean,
Jackson Mahomes.
that's what we should be calling him regardless.
Janet Jackson Mahomes. Okay.
Janet Jackson
I
Mahomes.
like that.
That's a great name for him.
Okay, Janet Jackson Mahomes. Okay. What you going with?
Common team names 500,
You
please.
fucking bitch. This NFL
Found a
team
gem with
name
this one.
shares a name with the CFL team of British Columbia, Canada.
Fuck. British Columbia, Canada.
Deal with it.
It would be nothing American. Nothing bird-like. Maybe an eagle thrown in there. Not a cardinal, not a raven.
Probably Patriot.
Doubt that big time.
It's probably British Columbia Patriots.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Definitely not a 49er or a Swamp Dog or a Charger. Maybe a Charger. Maybe a Ram. Maybe a Bill. Not a Dolphin.
You don't think they like dolphins up there?
I don't think they've ever seen a dolphin.
They might not. They might not have. No.
I don't know. I don't really care for Canada. I think I've said that before.
I mean, hey, that's not shit on Canada. I mean,
I'm not shitting on them. I'm just giving my opinion.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't know. I mean, I guess my best guess is the Jets because they have a hockey team named the Jets as well. So.
The Detroit Lions.
Oh,
The Detroit Lions.
I just lost a 500 banger. That's
I'm feeling myself. 500 plays for
Can
the
you
Cowboys.
stop doing that, please?
Played the role of Neo's mentor. I don't watch movies.
Oh, I know this one good. Yeah.
I don't watch movies, so I don't know who Neo's mentor was.
Played the role of.
Now it's either gonna be. Oh, he played the role. Oh,
the actor.
Okay. So this is gonna help me a little bit.
I already got it. This one's good. It's not good, but
fuck off. So okay.
I hope I'm wrong. But...
Plays for the Cowboys.
Played or plays?
Fuck, dude. And how old is this? God damn
21.
it. 2021. Yeah. So see, this could be. We'll see, cause you know. Oh, fuck, you're a bitch. Okay. So I'm just thinking out loud here, because it's gonna be like Dak Prescott, somebody, or fucking DeMarcus Lawrence, someone, like something like that. But to be honest with you, if I could sit here and go over everyone on the roster now, okay, I'd have a shot. But thinking back in the last 3 years when this possibly could have been made.
Yeah. Zeke could have been on that team.
Fucking no. I don't know any Elliots, so it doesn't matter.
You know Elliot Page.
I don't know. I guess I'm losing 500 with you. Dude.
DeMarcus Lawrence Fishburne.
Look at me.
I don't know how you threw DeMarcus Lawrence out there.
Yeah. I would have never guessed Lawrence Fishburne, by the way.
Hey, I've never seen those movies, and I don't watch really any movies with him in it, but it was the thing that he would get mistaken for Samuel L. Jackson all the time when they don't look alike.
Yeah. I was sitting there just thinking of Samuel L. Jackson, actually. It's funny that you say that.
You were thinking of Samuel L. Jackson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was just thinking,
just common last names.
It's just, yeah. Well, no, it's just because, people mistake him for the guy that mentors Neo.
Sure. Yes. Okay. And you mistook.
My brain immediately was thinking of okay.
Went straight to the other black guy. Nice work, Mikey.
Sorry.
Good job.
Sorry.
Good job. They say I look like LeBron James.
I didn't mean to.
Common team names. Uno más.
This NBA team shares a name with the NHL team.
Sacramento Kings, Los Angeles Kings.
Yeah. That would be the Kings. Let's go with terrible takes for 300. This former first take host declared that Tom Brady was going to fall off of a cliff.
You're saying he was hot?
He won 3 more Super Bowls. So because this obviously is not Skip Bayless, I'm going to take your guess from earlier because this might be a Max Kellerman take. This is Max Kellerman take.
That was Max, yeah. I remember that.
He said he's going to fall off a cliff. So when was this in?
He said he was going to fall off a cliff in...
Before winning 3 more Super Bowls.
He won 4 more.
Jesus Christ.
I'm assuming this was done before the Bucks win.
Either way.
He said he was going to fall off a cliff. I think it was either 15 or 16 around there. Before the Falcons won, before...
Falcons,
Rams.
Wow. Falcons, Rams, Bucks.
There was no one else done it? Nope. Falcons,
that's right. Okay. Falcons, Rams.
Well, went to 4 or 5 of those fucking things. NFL history for 3.
NFL history for 3. This Pittsburgh Steelers dynasty of the 1970s happened in large part because of their formidable defense given this nickname.
Formidable.
What did I say?
The Iron Curtain.
What did I say?
Formidable.
Whatever. What was your answer?
The Iron Curtain. Steel Curtain. Same thing. I fucked up my words. Fuck!
So, I knew you... The reason I didn't say, are you sure, is because I, knew it was the steel curtain and not iron. I feel like I'm going to give it to you because, I know you meant it.
Yes.
But you're smart.
I didn't...
the steel.
I just thought too quick.
Steel.
I know that it's the steel curtain. The Iron Curtain is the goddamn Berlin Wall. Or not the Berlin Wall, but it was the
steel
USSR. I don't know.
But you would not have gotten that on TV. You would have.
No, I would not have gotten that point on television.
You are an idiot. What are you doing? Before and after 100. Saints tight end, campfire snack. Jimmy Graham crackers.
All right. Campfire.
Campfire snack's a s'more, but
it's not a graham. No one's bringing straight up graham crackers.
I mean, just graham crackers though.
They hit sometimes.
They hit.
But I'm not eating them outside in the fire.
They hit.
Bro. Terrible takes for 4.
Terrible takes for 400. In 2014, this TV sports host tweeted that a then college QB Dak Prescott would be a backup in the NFL at tight end.
Lord knows, this is nuts. I mean, at least give me a motherfucking...
He would be a backup. Yeah, at least give you a show.
Give me a show or a channel or something.
Wait, and a backup in the NFL at tight end? Is that such a diss, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I guess terrible takes. What if
Booger was the guy who said that Calvin was a Popeye's biscuit away from being a tight end?
That's a great take, though.
It's a phenomenal take, and he was correct.
What if
he was a Popeye's biscuit from not being in the league anymore?
What if it's like Devan on it podcast? It's like the answer.
In 2014. Why are these all 2014 takes? Why are these all fucking old?
Because that was like the prime of terrible takes.
No, they still suck.
Braun fell off. Tom Brady fell
off. No, this was when terrible takes were shocking.
Still a thing.
When they were shocking. Every take now is
usually
not great.
Every take now is a hot take.
Yeah.
Give an answer. What you got?
Just like sketch.
What you got?
I honestly don't even have a thought.
Who was hating on Dak?
I'll just say, wait,
Coming out of Mississippi State, like who was hating on him?
Stephen A.
Colin Coward.
Oh, yeah. Leave it to the fucking biggest jackass in all of sports fucking radio to fucking give out a take like that. What a piece of dog shit. I should have fucking known.
Wow, rap sheet.
Fuck Coward. I don't like Dak, but what an idiot.
Oh. This is Vic. This is Vic. This is Vic. That's Michael Vick. All right, what you got?
Let me tie this bitch up.
What you want?
Hold on.
NFL history or terrible takes?
I got a better shot at NFL history.
For 5?
Yeah.
This NFL team is the only professional sports team in North America to be owned by the residents of its city.
Green Bay.
What a shitty question.
We've had that so many times on here.
I know.
Yeah.
It pisses me off.
Yeah. It was a risky pull.
This one's about to be a risky pull. 400.
Bing, bing, ding, ding. Are we gonna play Daily Double? I don't think that's fair.
But what's the question?
Well, Daily Double is when you bet and it doubles.
Yeah, what's the question? Do I have to?
I don't know what to do here.
See,
I don't know if that's gonna reveal the answer.
What's the question?
Hold on, back out and then go back into it. Still Daily Double. Is there a scroll option?
Tuck rule. What the fuck do we do with that? What
do we do now?
What was that? What was that?
That's so bad.
I just missed out on 400 potential points.
All right, we got to do something.
This is a sham. This game is a
sham. All
right,
right, we're tied. So it's 0-0 right now. It's 0-0.
This game's a sham. That's what happened.
Do we boot the 500? You pick a 100. And then I get the other 100. And then we both write down our answers for the 500.
Okay.
So yeah, you pick a 100, I'll get the other one, and then we will write down our answers for the 5.
Or one of us gets this wrong.
Well, yes, yeah, but if we are tied after this, yes.
NFL history. This Hall of Fame wide receiver was the focal point of the Niners dynasty in the 80s. Well, that means Jerry.
Jerry Bear.
There's only one person that can do that. And
yeah, I'm afraid of the terrible takes one, though.
Terrible takes for 100. This TV sports host incorrectly called the winner of the NBA Finals 6 years in a row.
Well, I guess you can take the win here, I guess.
Oh, you don't know.
I mean, in the sports world, I think there's only one guy left who they would put on here. They put Max. They put... What's his nuts?
Yeah, there's only one.
Would they throw Charles here, though? Or Shaq?
Fuck.
I mean, my only thought is really Stephen A. Smith.
You started bringing up inside the NBA, though.
I know.
I don't know.
I gotta pull it like a Band-Aid. I mean, I'm not gonna gain anything from thinking about Chuck, except for maybe a little bit more blood in a certain area. Jokes. Stephen A. Yeah, I don't know. If it's Chuck, I'm gonna be pissed. Okay, thank God.
Stephen A. Smith. All right, so
thank the Lord.
So, this sports radio host called Andy Reid the worst coach of all time after the Kansas City Chiefs lost to the New England Patriots in the 2019 AFC Championship game. This sports radio host called Andy Reid the worst coach of all time after the Kansas City Chiefs lost to the New England Patriots in the 2019 AFC Championship game. So you just want to truce this out?
Huh?
You just want to truce this out, or how do you want to?
Truce it out.
I have no fucking
I know.
clue.
But I mean, I'm just gonna take a best guess. You know.
Radio host. Radio
Uh,
host. Who's the one guy? He's always yelling, and he talks like this, and he never just fuck. What's his name? I
I'm
can't
just
think
gonna
of
write something down.
I can't think of his name. I can't think of his name. But I don't know. You write down whatever you want to write down, but I'm just gonna hit space.
Tony Kornhauser. Who the fuck is Rob Parker? Sounds like my uncle.
Look up a video of Rob Parker talking right now.
Are you sure it wasn't that Kansas City fan who's like, Ravens, what happened?
Because everybody can call me the biggest fucking piece of shit liar of all time. I want you to look up a rant of Rob Parker. He talks like this. This
The
is
black
who
guy?
I was thinking of, Devin.
The black dude?
Yes. Listen to a rant of him right now.
He was always an idiot.
I need confirmation that he sounded like how I just told you how he sounded like, because I'm taking these 500 and I'm running to the bank with it.
No.
1,000% I am.
No.
Fuck you. I didn't know his name and I missed out on a question? Absolutely not. You got YouTube. Okay, you don't got YouTube Premium? I'm playing it. I'm
No, I don't have
playing it.
YouTube Premium.
Yeah, get up.
I got a rant.
Get
You pull up a rant. I don't know. This is just a rant of him calling RG3 not black. A cornball brother.
What did he do with RG3?
He called RG3 a cornball brother.
Okay, so you got Chris Broussard, and then you got this other fucker. Bro.
That's Broussard, no?
Why did he get fired?
Hold on.
He was on a bad organization without good players.
He was on a bad organization without good players. I'm telling you, dude. You don't have to believe me. I know in my heart that that's who I was thinking of because he was always on with Skip Bayless on Undisputed. That's who it was. You can call it a tie all you want. That's who I was thinking of. And if
Is there no other tiebreak?
No, it's fine. In my heart, that's I have no reason to lie on a sports Jeopardy on this podcast. I'll just say that. I will confidently say that 10,000%.
Well, then that's all you. But it seems like you want to win.
Huh?
It seems like you want to win.
Okay. I mean, I don't know how much I have to prove that I knew who Rob Parker was. If anybody knows who Rob Parker was, they knew exactly who I was talking about as soon as I did the impression. He sounds like a black Jerry Seinfeld. Black Jerry Seinfeld. He's talking like this.
Is he not Black Jerry Seinfeld?
I'm telling you, and I guarantee you, in that Andy Reid rant, wherever it is, he's it's over. He's the worst coach of all time. He's what's up with airplane food? Like
there we go.
Whatever, it's fine. But I think it's time to wrap it up.
See.
I think it's time to close everything up. We talked football being back. Davantae Adams hating the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, I don't know where that came. Like, you don't shit on us when we're down. Also, you suck too. So,
fantasy keepers, New England and their quarterback situation, sports Jeopardy. Is there anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Go Zach Eflin. Hey, sure. Cashier man, we're keeping an eye on him for you. We got him locked in.
How the fuck he knew way too much about me without knowing who I was.
Maybe he listens.
Still,
But we also don't talk about baseball.
Still probably wouldn't. Yeah, it's like nah. Still wouldn't understand. But with all that being said, we have brand new episodes every Tuesday and Saturday. We'll be back on Saturday to talk more NFL, more NBA, more sports, more Jeopardy, more bullshit. It has been me. It has been Devin. It has been real. We are out.